Hi, I'm Debbie Clement-Large and I am talking about prosperity. So I want to start by telling you about an old Buddha that was found. You may have heard this story, but it goes back many hundreds and hundreds of years to when there was a beautiful golden Buddha in Thailand, and the Burmese army were coming in to invade. And these monks, seeing this beautiful gold Buddha, wanted to cover it up with plaster and bits of gold, glass, in order to cover up the worth of this beautiful big golden Buddha. So they quickly covered it up and made it look as though it had no value at all for when this invading army came in. And this big Buddha stood like that, covered in plaster, for hundreds and hundreds of years. And then back in the 1950s, the entire monastery in Thailand was being moved. And when they went to move this big giant Buddha, the people moving it had a little accident, and they noticed that because it got knocked, there was a crack that appeared in the plaster. And then when they went to investigate it, they saw that there was something shiny behind this crack. And one of the monks used a hammer and knocked some of the plaster away and found that really underneath was solid gold, huge Buddha. So they came and took themselves, all that plaster off and revealed this just amazing statue. But it'd been sat like that for hundreds of years, just in its plaster form. So why am I telling you this story when we're talking about abundance? Because we are a little bit like that Buddha. Inside, we are have this flow of divine life, abundance, prosperity. Life is unfolding in an abundant way everywhere. When you just look at nature around you, everything is unfolding. A seed has the intelligence within it to know how to grow into the plant or the tree or whatever it is that energy within that seed contains. And it just unfolds when it's in the right environment. And we're the same. And yet, a bit like that Buddha, we can have all the things that we've learned, the conditioning, different experiences, our beliefs are like adding plaster on us so that it's hiding the real truth of who we are. So we feel that sense of separation. And when we feel that sense of separation, we don't feel and know that we can reach. We want to reach out for the gold Buddha. We want to reach out for the abundance. We want to reach out and get it and grab it and try and find it and try and take it and bring it towards us. But we do that and we forget that it is actually already within. We can learn to tap into that abundant power that we have within us. But we're so used to not doing that, we forget the power that we really are. Which is why in my Why Follow the Herd book club, the first read that we're going to be doing starting in March is Spiritual Economics by Eric Butterworth. And it's a really good book because it talks about the substance. It talks about how we are inherently prosperous, abundant. And it's learning how to tap into that. It's learning how to come at it from a different perspective rather than the grabbing perspective, the competitive, the struggle perspective that we learn in Western society. But they're moving towards a more intuitive, inspired way of understanding what abundance really is and how we can move towards it. You are already abundant. You might look at your bank account and think, I'm not abundant. My bank account is showing a real lack. But abundance is a mindset. And when we can get into that abundance mindset, things really start shifting. And it's not just about the material things. In this book, it's talking about economics. It's talking about financial prosperity in the main. But of course, abundance is so much bigger than that. Abundance comes in many areas. It affects our health, our relationships, our work, and of course money too. So we're going to be covering a lot of things around true prosperity in this book. Now you can see I've read it a lot. It's a book that I did in terms of my spiritual psychology studies. It's a book that I have taken other clients through. There is so much to learn from this book. But what's going to make the book club different? Why, if it was just reading the book, you might as well just buy the book off Amazon and just read it yourself. But what the difference is that it's really easy to read a book and to know it in your mind, but not really embed it in the very essence of who you are. So this is what we're going to be doing a bit different. We're going to be reading the book together. We're going to be talking about the elements and the principles in the book. We're going to be sharing how we're incorporating those into our lives. And I'm going to be bringing in different exercises from my coaching practice to help you to really embed and feel the difference and shift it from the head, the intellect, the knowledge, into the heart, into the inspiration, into the intuition, into feeling and living more from that purpose of prosperity and moving away from the lack and the sense of separation from the truth of who you are. So in essence, we're going to be taking off the plaster that surrounds the golden Buddha and the golden wonderfulness that you are, the abundant true nature of who you really are. So if you are wanting to be part of that, click on the link below and sign up. And it's going to be a small class because we want to get everybody talking and involved and really sharing and making a difference and showing up and how prosperity is starting to shift within the practice. So this is two chapters every other week. So we're doing it nice and slow and embedding the learning as we're going and having some growth work and some practice to really create some amazing difference. So if you are ready to boost your levels of prosperity, if you are ready to shift your attitude, your mindset towards what prosperity means for you and get back to your true nature, your true golden Buddha nature, if you like, then click on the link and register for the group now. As I said, there are only a small number of places that are going to be available. So if you want to be part of that, it would be great to see you there.